It's getting cold out there, and I don't think that anyone really likes to freeze. So what should you actually pack in your football bag for the winter period? Well, today, fret not, I'm giving you the ultimate winter football bag packing list to make sure you won't forget anything, or at least we'll get a few good ideas. Also, if you want to watch a video on how to pack for the warmer periods, there's an eye on your screen that you should click to watch that video. And with that out of the way, let's get our coat on. Now, of course, it's always a good idea to start out with packing should we call them the basics? And of course, to pack your football bag, you're gonna need an actual football bag. We're gonna pack it up in just a little bit. Because other basics that I want to mention is it would be a good idea to get some shin pads so you won't get hacked down. I would also say that everyone needs a t-shirt and a towel for when you're done playing. I would also get some flip-flops for the shower if feet gross you out, and a water bottle. And of course, you're also gonna need your tools of the trade, some actual football boots. And I would choose my boots depending on which surface you play on the most, FG, SG or AG. Now I play predominantly on AG during the winter times here in Denmark, so that's the sole blade that I'm gonna rock the most. So they would be a part of my basics. Also, I always make sure to pack myself a pair of grip socks. I love this stuff, can't play without them. I also get myself some Premier sock tape wrap, really like that as well. And if someone decide to hack me down, I always pack my ankle guards as well, because no one likes sore ankles. And if you want to know even more details on how to pack the basics in your football bag, as I mentioned, I've made a video that you can watch by clicking the eye in the corner of your screen. But with the essentials out of the way, let's pack it up and look on how you can actually stay warm when it's cold. And oh, I almost forgot, you probably also want to bring a pair of clean underwear. No one likes smelly pants. So there you go, the essentials. Now, the most important stuff when playing in the cold is actually to have a warm core, because if your core isn't warm, you're gonna feel cold really, really quickly. So the biggest must-have for me is always to bring some good warm base layer. Now, I really like the cold gear shirt from Under Armour, and if things get really tough, I also sometimes wear tights. I prefer these, the hyper warm tights from Nike, and yes, you might look like a little bit of a tool or a wannabe Spider-Man in these, but they're actually really gonna keep the essentials, your legs, etc., nice and warm. So with the core out of the way, sorted, done and dusted, you should also get yourself some warm outerwear. Now, I really like the Nike Strike series and the Adidas Tango stuff. And if you get some of their warmer alternatives with a bit of insulation on the insides, you're gonna do very well for yourself. So get yourself a long sleeve top and some track pants, and you, my friend, are gonna stay warm no matter what Mother Earth decides to throw at you. Now, of course, if the cold still bugs you and it's getting rough out there, I would also always make sure to pack a beanie and a snood, or a neck warmer if you will. I really like the Craft neck tube, and well, you can basically use any beanie you want. Now, I rarely ever wear this in matches, and especially because, well, in most countries, it's actually not allowed to wear snoods during matches, but for training, this is absolute gold. Another thing I wouldn't wish on even my worst enemy is to have cold fingers when you play. So avoid that by getting yourself a pair of playing gloves. These from Nike are really warm. You can get some warm and some uber warm variations, and get the ones with the sticky little pads on the fingers so you won't lose any grip when you take throw-ins. And with that out the way, let's pack it up, get it in the bag. But there's more. Now, depending on where in the world you play, getting a light rain jacket that is optimized for football, or straight up even getting an actual winter jacket, might not be a bad idea. And if it's really rough where you live, or you just in general feel really cold, consider getting just both of them to stay really warm. Also, if you're one of those people who like to use the winter period to train by yourself to get ready for the new season, getting some training equipment, a bright football that you can actually spot in the dark, or even some running shoes might not be a bad idea either. Now, this is stuff that is nice to have, and it's absolutely not must-haves, but just something you should consider having in your bag if you got the money. Now, just to be on the safe side, which is always nice, and given the fact that not everyone, in fact, I haven't heard of anyone who consistently play on the same playing surface over the winter period, consider getting either an AG pair or an SG pair to really complement your primary winter football pair, because, it's only for those people who have so much money in their budget that they can actually afford to get a second pair of boots. It's by no means a must-have, but it's just really cool to have if by all of a sudden you have to go play on a muddy pitch. Because I can tell you that playing on SG with, say, AG is not very fun. So keep it in mind. Let's pack it up. And they call me the packing master. So there you go, my friends, the ultimate packing list for the winter times. And when I say ultimate, of course, you can bring a lot of other stuff. Consider this more general guidelines in terms of what you should pack in order to stay warm when it's really cold outside. But if you have any other ideas, any additions, you should let me know in the comment section right down below. Any advice? We'll take it. Make sure to spread the love. And while you're at it, don't forget to check out our video on how to pack your bag for this summer by clicking down here. Make sure you subscribe by clicking the green bubble right up here. Leave me a thumbs up if you had a good time, and don't forget to spread the word with your friends who need to stack up on the warm clothing because they're always cold. And with that said, I'm signing off. Cheerio.